Hey there, welcome to the Intelligent Founder podcast. We're here to chat with some super intelligent and savvy entrepreneurs and business leaders who have built amazing companies using their big brain and strategic thinking. We will be sharing all kinds of juicy insights and experience in this show. So get ready to uncover how our guest team develop their killer strategy and kick some serious business butt. We will explore how these intelligent founders have built and grown their companies with a keen eye on financial viability, scalability, and investment potential. So come on in, grab your favorite brain food, and let's get to it. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Sophia, the brilliant mind behind Chari, a company that recently won the Africa Startup Unicorn Pitch Contest and make it in one of the most successful startups on the continent. Sophia is a visionary entrepreneur who has not only created a game-changing product, but has also shattered barriers for women in the tech industry. Her innovative thinking and strategic leadership have propelled her company to the forefront of the startup world, and she serves as a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs everywhere. We will be talking with Sophia today to learn more about her company, journey to success, the challenges she faced along the way, and the lessons she's learned as a female founder in the tech industry. So please, welcome, Sophia.
Thank you very much, Professor, for having me today and for inviting me for this podcast.
Yeah, my pleasure. So tell us more about your company and how did you start? Who are your co-founders? We're interested to know everything about your company, about yourself, and definitely we will be happy to listen to your pitch, because I remember it was an amazing pitch that brought you to the first place in unicorn contest.
Thank you very much. So let me first tell you what is Chari. Chari in Arabic, it means I'm buying. It's basically a B2B e-commerce startup with embedded fintech for mom and pop shops in French-speaking African countries. What do we do exactly? We have an e-commerce app that we install on the phones of traditional proximity stores. We tell them, listen, you can order any consumer goods you sell, get delivered for free on the next day, while benefiting from financial services like payment, microcredit, or microinsurance. What you have to know is that in Africa and other emerging markets, more than 80% of the fast-moving consumer goods consumption goes through those small mom-and-pop shops. Yes, we don't go grocery shopping in big modern trade shops like Walmart or Carrefour. We visit on a daily basis our local mom-and-pop shops that are at a few minutes walking distance from our houses. And these guys represent most of the consumption in our countries. The idea behind Chari was to help those guys fight the competition coming from the modern trade and basically put ourselves as a central purchasing body for them that is not only helping them on their daily lives in order to procure inventory, but also trying to financially include them because they didn't even have a bank account before Chari. With operations in Morocco, Tunisia, Côte d'Ivoire, we are very happy to say that we've been expanding quite well in the last 3 years and a half. And our objective is to become a leader in B2B e-commerce with embedded fintech in Francophone Africa. So this is what Chari does. Who are my co-founders? We are basically a team of 3 co-founders. It's myself, so I am head of operations. The second co-founder is the CEO. His name is Ismail. He's a serial tech entrepreneur with 2 successful exits before Chari. And the third co-founder is Cyril. He is also a successful entrepreneur in the FMCG space who has sold his 2 companies before joining us on this entrepreneurial journey at Chari.
Wow, amazing founders group or team, I would say. Huge experience, and I think you can learn a lot from your co-founders on your journey. And this is what happens, yeah. Okay, very interesting. So you started 3 years ago and you just move very quickly, very fast and grow very fast. Where are you today on your journey?
So yes, indeed, the definition of a startup is basically a company that grows fast, right? So I think this applies quite well to us because the company was only launched in January 2020, and we managed to do so much on the e-commerce and the fintech vertical. Today, where are we standing? Well, we want to keep expand geographically. So we already are present in different geographies, but the idea is to keep expand in other countries, and there are like 26 French-speaking African countries that we can tackle. And the second thing we are doing is basically test our financial services and scale those in other geographies because we've only been focusing on Morocco so far on the financial services part. To do that, we went through different types of accelerators like Y Combinator that really helped us scale fast, but also raised funds. And we are currently closing a Series A round.
Oh, very good. And as I understand, you are almost closed your Series B round, right? Or Series A round. And I heard it's a huge valuation and investors still in line to invest in your company despite the fact you ask for a very high valuation because you reach some, how many, 6, 8 order of revenues. So it's amazing. It's amazing what I'm doing. And so what is your next stage? When you will close your round, what are you going to do next?
So we are going to work on 2 things as mentioned, keep expanding geographically, and second, work on our financial services and scale them. These are going to be our 2 areas of focus.
And I heard you secured some license from Moroccan bank. Could you tell us more about this?
So in order to be able to launch financial services in Morocco, which is our original market, we needed to acquire what we call an electronic payment license, which allows you to have a wallet under your name and basically have different types of services based on this wallet. So cash in, cash out, money transfer nationally or internationally, bill payment, etc. So we asked for a license from the Central Bank of Morocco in order to do that by complying to the laws of the country. It took us a few months to get, and we're very happy to say that we are the first startup that received this license from the central bank, because before us, it was only banks, mainly banks and telcos who had it. So we have a different vision of how we want to tackle and boost the implementation of Forex in the country.
Very nice, very nice. And is it implemented already, or are you going to implement it in your application?
It's implemented in a closed loop, and now we are getting ready to implement it in an open loop.
Very interesting. My another question, I am working a lot with African startups, and I meet founders who complain about the difficulty to transfer money between countries. So how did you solve this problem?
Yes, that's true. we haven't solved that problem yet, but this is one of the problems we want to solve. Um, so in Africa, there are two types of money transfer that you can do. It's either within your country or outside of your country. And in the second type of money transfer, you can either receive money from outside of your home country or send money from your home country. Today, why is it so difficult for money transfer locally or internationally? Well, first, more than 50% of the population is unbanked. They don't have a bank account. So we think about making a money transfer by just, sending a wire transfer through an app on your phone. But people do not even have bank accounts and don't even think about apps. And this is where mobile money is supposed to play a very important role, is empowering or including financially the ones that haven't been so far, by providing them tools that are very user-friendly, very easy to use, that they are not going to be scared of, but that they are going to trust. So this is one of the issues we would like to solve.
Yeah, very interesting. I hope you will solve, definitely. You prove it by all experience and history of your company. Tell me more about your consumer's experience. What's the workflow actually using your application? It should be very useful. It should help. So what really is their journey through your application?
So we've been very close to our users since day one, because we really wanted to build something that matters for them. And we really wanted to build something that will be useful and that answers a real pain point. So we've done a lot of focus groups, iterated a lot our MVP. So this is something that we've worked on. And basically today, our user experience is super simple for our users. We provide them with an e-commerce app where there are more than 1,000 products that could be ordered. They basically add those products to their cart. So it's very basic e-commerce app. They even can call a customer care service, or what we call a call center, in order to help them either place an order on their behalf or help them navigate through the app. Once they validate their basket, they can check out by choosing a date of delivery. By default, it's the next day, and a mean of a payment option, either cash or through wallet. This is all they have to do. Then they receive their order and they pay it either by cash or by wallet. So it's quite simple and transparent for them. Now, where does the innovation come from? It comes from what happens behind the scenes. The front end of our solution is quite simple and user-friendly for our users. However, us in the back office, we've really worked and built and developed our technology in order to optimize the whole retail value chain. How? Well, basically, when a client places an order, behind the scenes, what happens is that those orders are dispatched by using a transport management system. They are then pick and packed by a team of pick and packers that works overnight and delivered by our delivery boys with an app showing him how he can optimize his routing. And last but not least, it's followed up by our management teams through some business intelligence app that shows some data to us, but also our suppliers.
Very interesting. And what about competition? Do you have any competitor on horizon?
Yes. So direct competition in our space comes from competitors who do the same thing. And there are a lot of B2B e-commerce actors. Some have embedded fintech, some don't, across the world. In Morocco, for example, we have an Egyptian competitor that came to Morocco a few months ago. The name of the company is MaxAB. They're our direct competitors when it comes to B2B e-commerce with embedded fintech in Morocco.
But there is a market for everybody there. What size of the market, actually?
That's what I was going to say. Honestly, people speak to us about competition as if we would be afraid of competition. Well, the thing is that we are not. The competition helps us educate the market, The market needs education. And if we are 10 doing that, well, the efforts that we will put into that will be helped by other competitors. So we need people to help us educate the market. And if we have people and competitors helping us educate the market, we're going to go faster and deeper in our markets.
So you piggyback on your competitors. Piggyback on your competitors' activity.
The more competitors we have, the better it is. Huh?
Very savvy, very much savvy. Yeah, that's amazing. My another question about your team. You mentioned that both of your co-founders have experience of 2 exits. How did it help them to raise this round? And what reaction of investors? Because today it's really a difficult time to raise. Everything slowed down, and you somehow looks like outlier in all this ocean of startups looking for money. So how this really helped to outcompete your competitors in this market, in the investment market?
Yeah, so it's hard for everyone to raise money right now. There's no doubt that we are going through an economic crisis, especially the tech ecosystem across the world. So it's hard for everyone. Now, how did we benefit from the experience of my co-founders? Well, it brought on the table 2 things that reassure investors. First, it brings their expertise and their knowledge. If they have built successful startups before, the risk for failure is lower. So it gives insurance and it gives comfort to investors to have successful entrepreneurs on the co-founding team. The second thing that it brings is basically a network. They've raised funds before, they know investors. So, reaching out to an investor who had a great return on investment a few years ago, thanks to you, is much easier than reaching out to someone that doesn't know you.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. And how your accelerators, how many accelerators actually did you join?
We went through 3 programs. The first one was Station F Founders Program. Station F is basically a program in France, in Paris. The second one we've been through was Y Combinator. And the third one was a program based in Morocco called Startgate. It's a program that was launched with the university here called University Mohammed VI Polytechnique and Plug and Play. All of those programs have brought us many different things. And I think it's great to go through them because they give you one perspective from people who have expertise. So you gain coaching, mentoring, etc. 2, you find synergies with the companies that you speak to and that are in your batch. And that's great because you feel less alone as an entrepreneur and you feel like everyone is going through the same things and that you can, help each other with the same issues or solutions. And last but not least, it gives exposure to investors.
Yeah, that's very important. I meet a lot of founders who do not think that we have to go for accelerator. We know everything. Yeah, some kind of, I call them assholes. And then they start to present their company. They don't know how to present, and they never applied for help or ask for advice. A lot of founders behave like this. And this is amazing that your co-founder, having such a huge experience, in any case, went to accelerator like young entrepreneur without any experience and learn a lot from something that really very important and from this accelerator specifically for this company. Each company is something special, and if accelerator fits this company, it's very important. By myself, I went through 3 accelerators, and still I'm very happy about it, and I learned a lot, and it just shaped my thinking, like my business. Yeah.
We always can learn more than what we know. So of course, I mean, I completely agree with what you have just said.
So your company, where your company is located, in the United States or in Morocco, and where is headquarters?
The company has operations in Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, very good. Sophia, I think it's only beginning to learn from each other. I'm very happy to have you on this podcast. And so good luck. And next time, I hope you will grow, your revenue will grow for another 1,000%.
Thank you very
Good
much.
to see you.
Professor, and nice speaking with you.
Yeah, very nice speaking with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.